on hips. Hips, hips, hooray. Happy hips. And just see how we work through different modifications and different poses. And just to really begin to release the whole idea of the hips and the lower back. Some stretching the hamstrings. What I find with these hip openers is things like sciatic nerve, tight back, lower back issues also, and tight hamstrings for especially runners. These stretches will really help you move along, get them going, and stretch out your lower back. All right, so before we begin, we clean our mats. All right, so sanitizer, yeah, also you put on my hand, and little towel here. I'm gonna just wipe the mat down, spray it down. Yeah, I'm a little bit strong this morning. So this happened. Pause it. Alright. Ooh, hear the birds. Yes, guys. So while we're doing this, you're gonna need your mat. You might find the initial part of a pose a little bit stiff. That's what I find when most people start doing the poses, but if you continue doing them over and over, you will eventually get the flexibility and range of motion needed for that. Alright, so just wiping off the mat before we begin. Okay, great. Let's put this one side. Alright, so we're sitting up first, trying sitting up tall, comfortable seated pose, Sukhasana. Spread the butt cheeks a little, if I could say that. Yeah, just take the buttocks, pull it back. Find your seat, in other words, find your sit bones. Sit in a comfortable cross-legged position, roll the shoulders back, and just slowly begin to find your breath. So you may just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the nose. Once more. This time when you inhale, lift the breath all the way up into the upper register of the lungs. And then exhale through your mouth, sighing the breath on out and just relaxing your shoulders. No slouch like me, alright? So, we're sitting up. First thing, take the left hand on the outside of the right thigh. Right hand comes behind you like a spine. So I guess I should turn like this. Alright? Lift the chest up, pull the arms in, and twist. Alright? Notice you're not twisting with a round back. Inhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders up. Roll the head up the back shoulder, pull it back, turn from the shoulder, not the hips. Pull the shoulder back. And then pull the gaze. Alright? And then from there, inhaling, exhaling, slowly beginning to release and coming back to center. And then we take the twist on the other side. Hand comes behind, hand comes there. So remember, you're not slouching, you're sitting up, you're pulling the shoulders back, and you're twisting. Alright? Then inhale, exhale, slowly bring it back to center. Right? Then inhale, raise the hands on up towards the sky. Exhaling, begin to hinge from the hips. Keep the butt down. Some of us may want to move the shin forward. So what you might do is just move your butt back, right? Slide your feet a little forwards, your shins, and then slowly, after you raise the hands up, hinge from the hips, begin to fold forwards, releasing hands down first. All right, spread the fingers wide. And then from there, adjust your seat, yeah? And then slowly begin. Some of you may not reach here, but for those of us who can, just slowly begin to round the back, not really round it, but to begin to get the elbows down, keeping your hips down and relaxing your thighs. All right, some of us may be here, some of us may be here, some of us may be just here. That's fine, all right? Be where you are. Cool? Then from there, to come out to the pose, walk the hands back. Switch the cross of the legs. So if you have the right in front, bring it to the back, right? Do the same thing again. Inhale, raise the hands up. I mean, stop talking now and do it. Exhale, hinging from the hips, fold. Notice I drop the thighs. Good. Walk the hands out. You're going to start feel a nice little opening going on in the hips up here. Good. From there, then, walk the hands on back, coming up. Good. Alright, inhale, exhaling. You're going to slide your left leg back. So you're going to take the entire left leg, keep the right leg steady, pull it back in what I call Ardha Swastikasana, half Swastikasana. For some of us, this knee might come up to here. For some of us, this knee might come up to here, right? For some, most people won't be able to even sit down. The objective is to try to stay here as long as you can, just holding the pose, right? So ideally, what the pose looks like, it looks like a half swastika, right? Knee in line with the ankle, the foot is flexed. Same thing with this knee in line with the hip. Knee is also in line with this back ankle, big ankle, and the foot is flexed, all right? Notice also that one hip is down while one hip is up. Your first exercise is going to try to drop down into that hip socket, lengthening on the inside of the leg. All right? So when that goes down, this is going to lift up. The opposite knee lifts up. See that? Your objective is to pull the abs in, sit up, square the chest, and release the hip down. Release the right knee down without lifting. Without lifting the left hip. So in other words, go where you're comfortable. See, I push the thigh down, keep the hip down, turn around, lift the chest, hold. This in itself is an exercise. 3, 4, and then from there, trying to keep the hip socket steady, slowly begin to hinge from the hips, folding over the extended leg. It can come down on the forearm. If you're on the forearm, even off your shoulders. If not, if you're up here on the hands, stay on the hands. Stay here. I like to sometimes rock my shoulders side to side. Right? And then we take it a little step further. Inhale, exhale, begin to twist the entire torso all the way around, to begin to come down all the way on the forearms, right? Open the elbows. Notice I shift the knee to accommodate the movement. Good. And then from there, press into the palms, come back up. And then I do a little counter stretch, turning around. And then inhale, exhale, bring it back to center. Then we change legs, all right? Inhale, exhaling. I'm gonna do this front way. So we're gonna take now the left leg forwards, right leg back, set up the same way. Good. Lift the chest up. Good. Angles. Inhale, exhaling now slowly. The first one was to hinge from the hips, fold forwards. So remember, you can come down with the forearms. Oh, that's wrong. Lies. Hips. Remember, this comes up, this comes down. All right? Settle this down, push it down, open out the thigh. Right? Knee lifts up. Adjust this knee, press it down. Lift the abs up, square off the shoulders. This in itself is an exercise. Then from there, walk the hands forwards. For those of us who can only maintain this, maintain this. For those of us who can walk out, go for it. For those of us who can release down, go for it. All right? Hold there. Don't let the tummy flop. All right? Pull the abs in. Breathing into that for 5 more deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Then from there, press the palms, straighten the elbows, pull the abs in, walk your hands back, right? Then begin to twist now all the way around. Notice you're trying to keep the hips steady. So one of the knee when pulling with the thigh. Slowly begin to come down on the forearm. If you can only come here, this is fine, okay? If you can go here, beautiful. Once you do this, see if now you can come down on the forearm. Keep the hips steady, right? And then if you can come down, turn the elbows up, pillow asana I call it, and release the forehead down, and just hold the stretch here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Abs engaged. You're gonna inhale, exhale, pressing the palms, bring the hands around, circle all the way back around, come back. Good. Great. All right. We're gonna end up now on hands and knees. So inhale, exhale, flip over, come on to hands and knees. Right? And with the hips relate to the back. Notice how your back feels now. Inhale, slide shoulder blades down the back, gaze up to the sky, look up. Exhale, round the back, down the spine. Inhale, slide shoulder blades down the back, gaze up. Exhale, round the back, down the spine. Now inhale, exhale, it gets a little tricky. Inhale, exhaling. You now want to move the foot up between the hands, so you might have to simply step back and then step the foot up. Alright? Once the foot comes up, line up the knee directly over the ankle, the back knee over the hip, right? Bring the hands down, square off your hips, pull the abs in, tuck the tailbones under. Stay here a little. You might not feel anything, but then you slowly begin to creep your right toes forward. Creep the foot forwards. Slowly begin to descend the hips down. You can go as low down as you can. Alright. This is a nice little stretch. If you want a deeper stretch, creep the foot forwards. Keep the knee over the ankle. Pull the abs in. And descend the hips even some more. You can come up on fingertips. Alright? You can come down onto the hands. Alright? Or inhale, exhaling. Slowly lead by pointing the toe, bending the knee, walking the hand back forwards, dropping the hip back down again. And then inhale, exhale, slowly walking the hand back, flexing the foot. Good. Then inhale, exhale, walk the hand back forward. Good. And then bring hands back on top of the thigh. That's your right thigh. Inhale, exhale. If it feels right for you, slowly begin to move the hands back down to the floor, but bring them over to the right side, twisting the torso. Notice the back leg, knees slightly down, hip pressing forwards, just slowly opening up the side body. Good. Inhale, exhale, slowly, keeping the hands there. Flex the foot, walk it back. Inhale, exhaling, one more, forwards. Notice where my hands are. Inhale, exhaling, and back. Then pull the abs in, walk the hands back to center, slide the leg back. We do the other side. We move a little faster. Inhale, exhaling, left foot steps up between the hands. Inhale, exhale, you know where you're going. Curling back to a wander to protect the knee. I usually do that. Creep the left foot forwards and then begin to descend the right thigh down, raising the hands if it feels right. So you see where it goes into the salutation, right? Then you press the hand on top of the thigh. For those of us who are here, good. Hold that for 5 long, deep breaths. And then from there, inhale, exhaling, notice it's just the hips moving back. If you can do this variation, you walk the hands back to accommodate it, flex the foot, right? You can come down here. Then inhale, exhaling forwards, again. And then inhale, exhale it back. Good. Then inhale, exhaling forwards, and then we go for the twist. So we keep the foot steady, walk the hands over, twist the torso, turn. So you see that nice lat stretch going on from the hips. Yes, my undies showing. Alright. Then from there, inhale, exhale back to center. Then inhale, exhaling, step the leg back. Good. Then come back down to sitting. Great. Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Cobbler's pose. Alright. You're going to press the soles of the feet together. Find your sitting bones. For some of us, we might round the back. What it looks like this. Right? No, that's wrong. Okay? Baddha Konasana asks you to press the soles of your feet together. Find your sitting bones. Maintain that connection as you sit up. Alright? That's what we're going to work on today. Inhale, exhale, press into the toes. Press the soles of the feet together. Press the toes together. The heels together. The sides of the feet together. Then I take my hands and I cup right under the little toe. Palm on top of palm. Cup. Drag the shoulders down. Lift the chest up. Slightly arch my bum. And then I drag the heels in closer as I lift my chest up, pressing the heels together, pressing the feet together. Good. Then I want a little bit more stretch. Inhale, exhaling. Take the thumbs, hook them under my big toes, slide them down to the ball of the big toe, right? Literally, it's like I'm prying open the pages of a book. Look what happened to my knees. I'm not moving my knees. The more you actually open up the tops of the feet under the big toe, it releases the hip flexors. Lift the chest up. Exhaling, hinge from the hips. Fold forwards. All right. So now we get into, oh, I'm inflexible. No. Inhale, exhaling, variation 1. Sit here, work on pressing your toes and finding the thighs and knees going down. All right? Variation 2 can work on sitting up, taking the peace fingers, interlock the insides of the big toes, rolling the shoulders back, and prying the toes back. That's variation 2. You see what I do with my elbows? Clip them in, lift the chest up. All right. Variation 3. If you can begin to hinge from the hips, and not your back. So you're hinging from here and not here. You may begin to fold forwards. Moving the elbows here. Good. Then the palms. Then the hands. Then the head. Taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Release the head some more. Then inhale, exhaling, slowly pressing the palms, walking the hands on back. Good, good, good. Great. From here, we're now going to extend the right leg forwards and fold, keep the left leg where it's at. So what you do? Inhale, exhale, straighten the legs, stretch the legs out, shake them out. Right leg stays forward, left leg goes in. Saw that? So you have a nice little right angle position going on. Inhale, exhale, take left hand on the outside of the right knee, lift the chest up, then slide the hand down, extend far down as you can. All right? You can stay here, sir. You can stay up here. Enjoy the ear up here. It's actually more fresh rather than reaching down here, down to your toes. Yeah, all right? I'm just kidding. But you get the big picture, right? Inhale, lift the chest up. When you fold forwards again, guys, don't fold from the tummy and the back. Fold from your hips. Notice I also bend that front elbow to assist me. My right hand comes behind me to give me a little bit boost. right? So I can hinge a little bit more. Then I release the head, neck, and shoulders down, and I hold the pose. If I get bored of my right hand being behind me, inhale, exhale, I lift it up, bring it in front, cross over, but then my shoulders adjust. So I have to adjust my shoulders. If I adjust my shoulders, my entire spine adjusts. So I lift up, re-engage, repose in the pose, and then exhale, fold. All right. Inhale, exhale, slowly coming back up. Okay. Then do the other side. Inhale, exhale, switch. Press in, sit up. Right hand outside left thigh, twist. Inhale, exhale, slide hand out. Go as far as you can. Remember, those of us who admire the fresh air, those of us who's going for the toes. Good. Remember, if you adjust the shoulder, what happens? Good. Straighten up. Adjust your shoulders. Pull the abs in. How? Right shoulder drops. Left shoulder lifts. Lengthen your spine. Pull the abs in. Hinge from the hips. Fold. Releasing head, neck, and shoulders down. You can hold for 5 breaths. Good. Then inhale, exhale, slowly coming back up. Awesome. Good. Inhale, exhale. See how that feels. Just slowly bring the legs up, shake them out. Good. Going for 2 of my favorite poses, and also not my favorite poses, and I'll tell you why. They really, really stretch the hips, but at the same time, it's actually one of those poses that make you feel it. All right. So the first one is pigeon. Ekapada Rajo Kapotanasan is the Sanskrit name, Lord of the Pigeon pose. All right. So let's break it down in modifications. First, we start on hands and knees. Right? And then you try sliding the right knee up between the hands. Let me do this forwards, all right? Here, we're on hands and knees. Right knee comes up between the hands. I usually try to think of sliding the right knee all the way over to the left. Good. So that when I drop, release the buttocks down, the cheek releases down. All right? So I'm on the side of the leg. Then I shift the shin of the foot. But then I have this problem here. Nothing here is really in alignment. Shift the knee over to the right. Open back out the hips and look which pose you're in. Ta-da! Ah, the swastikas. Good? So, but that's not the pose. What we're trying to do, remember that exercise we worked on? We're going to inhale, exhale. See how best we can actually rotate the head off the back thigh in the hip, moving into the pose. Let me break that down for you, all right? So we're coming from here. So we're moving from hands and knees, right? Slide the knee up to the right. Shift the shin over, knee, ankle to the wrist. Slide the back leg backwards, releasing the hip down. There's your pose. If you can stay here, you stay here. All right? If you can slowly begin to come down on the forearms, go for it. There's a tendency to want to shift over. I'll show you that when I do the other side, where you want to shift the hip over. Right? Don't do that. Inhale, exhaling. Try to keep the hips steady. Okay? Then inhale, exhaling, coming back up. Walk the hands back. Can twist over to the right if it feels right. All the way down on the forearms. Remember, we did those modifications. Those of us who can only come here, those of us who can go here, and those of us who can go there. Good. Bring it back up. Come back to center. All right. Then inhale, exhale. Just switch sides. So we're going to see it on the other side. So turning this way so you can see this leg now. Rotate back. Inhaling, exhaling. We're sliding the left knee up towards the left hand. Swing the left ankle up towards the right knee. Slide your right knee back, curling the toe under. Keep sliding the knee back, releasing now the hips down. Keep the hips balanced. Do not rock over onto the right hip. Inhale, exhale. If you want more stretch in the hips, slide the left foot forwards. Right? Rock back over. Square off your shoulders. Lift the chest up. Good. Then inhale, exhale. Slowly, slowly come down on the forearms. For those of us who are here. Right? Then inhale, exhale. Slowly come back up. Remember, those who are here, you're here. And then the other one, we twist all the way around. Notice I'm not rocking on the hips. I'm keeping them steady as I twist the hip. Inhale, exhale, slowly bring it back to center. Good. And then inhale, exhale, bring it back. I like Baddha Konasana a lot, so this is usually going to be my go-to pose. Alright, so bring the legs back. They call this butterfly. Yes, just relaxing the hips. We're moving into frog. Bekasana. Yeah. Alright. Inhale, exhaling. You're going to start on hands and knees. Right? It's what I call the twerk prep pose. Alright? So we're starting on hands and knees. And you're opening to get on the inside, right on here. I don't know if you guys can see, but you're aiming to get the mat, to get right here off the knee, flat on the mat. Alright? Both sides. Aiming to get right here off the knee, flat. And you're going to try to maintain that alignment, right? You're going to try to maintain that alignment from here, same thing. The tip of my ankle, right up. You want to get it flat on the mat. How are we going to do that? Let's see how we're going to work it out. So, we start on hands and knees. Good. And then you literally open your thighs. This part here, so the femur bone. Open the femur bone, flex the foot, and go for the alignment of the knee and the ankle. Same thing with the other side. Open the thigh, flex the foot, and like kazam, you're in the pose. Right? Holding it. Oh. Good. You're aiming to have a nice straight line from the knee. See, I'm feeling the pose already. From the knee right up to the hip. Right? So I can actually open the thighs a little wider. Good. If you can't, don't go there. If you can only stay here, stay here. If you can stay here, stay here. Do not arch. Do not twerk. Alright, keep it steady. Pull the abs in, flex the feet, tuck the tailbones under, come down on the forearms, breathe. Inhale, as you tuck, rock the hips forward. Exhaling, as you tuck, rock the hips slowly back. Alright, inhale, tuck, rock the hips forward. Exhaling, tuck, rock the hips back. Inhale, tuck, rock your hips forward. Exhale, tuck, rock your hips back. Good. If you can go back a little bit more and feel that sweet stretch, then inhale, rock forwards. Exhale, rock back. Hold it there, you won't die. Alright? Then inhale, exhaling. Coming out of the pose is fun. You're going to pull the toes in towards each other. Point them. Good. Come back up on your forearms. Pull your abs in. Tailbone lengthens. Tuck the tailbones under. Walk the hands back. And then you aim to sit up rolling the shoulders back. Alright? They call it yoga asana. So you just sit here for a bit. Just feel that stretch with the top of the femur bone rotating in your hip socket. Alright? That's what's really happening. Get a nice stretch too on the tops of your feet. Yeah. Good. Alright. Cool. Double pigeon. Right. Sit down. You're gonna have your right foot. So that pose was ended, right? Yeah, I don't like it. Right foot comes down, right? Go back for the alignment like when you're in pigeon. Knee, ankle, ankle to hip. Good. Then you're gonna take left foot in front of right knee. Alright? Notice a rocking over on the side. Flex the left foot, come onto the side of the foot, flexing it, rocking the hip over, rolling the shoulders back. I lean slightly forward sometimes, lift the hips up to recenter them. Good. Sit up. Good. And feel my hips rooted in the mat, and then feel my thighs in the socket. Open up and drop. Alright? Then inhale, exhaling slowly, bringing the hands out to the side. Walk them slightly forwards. Remember we're folding forwards. Remember, we don't fold from back. We fold from hips. Okay? So lead with chin. Hear the birds. Walk the hands forward. Good. Release it back down. Release the head down. For those of us who can go into the pose, go for it. A couple bits tits about alignment. So we're down here, alright? You see how me sickling and doing it? Bad. Bad. Do not do that. Okay? Flex the foot. Pull it back in. Do not sickle onto the top of the foot like that. Alright? That's what I'm trying to say. Flex the foot. Push back through the inner ankle and keep the foot active. Same thing with the other one. Go back, fix it, and then stack the knee on top of the ankle. Bring the knee and the ankle in alignment. Good? Then see if you can go down some more. Cool? Cool. Variation 2 if you're here. Inhale, exhale, come back up. You take now the foot that's in front, bring it on top of the knee. You come all the way up. God rest his soul. Every time I do this pose, I remember Roger Clark. Hello. But anyways, yeah. Flex the foot. The knee might come up, and you might feel it come up to your ears, right? My knee actually started up here, literally something like this, when I started the pose, all right? So the idea is to still keep your hips down, roll your shoulders back, rotate from the thigh, not the knee. You're gonna push the thigh down, lift the chest up, feel like you're arching your back, bursting your chest forwards, rolling the shoulders back, ignoring the hip pain, and breathe. All right? You know I don't mean that, okay? Just breathe. Good. Notice my knee not going down. Be where you are. Then inhale, exhale, release. Whoo, child. The other side. So you're releasing left leg down. Take a breath. Feel that. Good. Yeah, I had to let that settle down a little. Hips are on fire. And then we move to the other one. So now take the right foot, place it in front, flex it. Good. Lift the hips up, release them back down. Remember, flex. Good. Flex. Knee, ankle, forwards. Good. Releasing head, feeling stretch. Rock side to side, adjust your hips. And then inhale, exhale, slowly come up. And then we take the hard part. Foot comes up. Release it there. Yes, guys, I do feel stuff. Release the hips down. Roll the shoulders back. See, save space. So the hips are relatively even. I like to tell myself. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, press the thigh down. Alright, for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale, slowly release. Last pose, easy pose, happy baby pose. Alright, so what I love with it, you're on your back. Inhaling, exhaling, just slowly finding your back, lengthening through the back of the head. Right? Right foot comes up, you pull the right knee into the chest. Yeah. Keep left sole of the foot on the mat. Right sole of the foot turns up towards the ceiling. Notice right thigh is still down. Take right hand, couple positions you can go for this. You can take the first 2 fingers, interlock the insides of the big toe if that's available. Or you can bring the hand on the outside of the knee. Notice what I did. Flip the elbow on the outside, grab onto the side of the foot, right? Or, if you can, bring the hand on the inside, grab onto the foot. Release, just hold. To feel the intensity of the stretch, my favorite hold in this pose is actually this or this one. Alright, so I'm going to go for this. So inhale, exhale, I grip the toe, pull the hip back down, and then slowly begin to extend the opposite leg all the way down. And I feel the bottle. Breathe. Alright? Yeah, disinfectant. I have a joke to give you guys, but yeah, about disinfecting foot bottom. Ha. Relax your shoulders, breathing into that. Let's not get carried away with this whole disinfecting thing. But anyways, we're stretching hips, yeah? Inhale, exhaling, slowly release the right leg back down. Good. Do the left leg. Inhale, exhale, left foot comes up. Remember the hand hold, you can hold here, you can hold here. Let me do this one on the outside for you. Pull it back. Good. Then slide the opposite leg down as far down as you can, keeping head, neck, and shoulders up. Down, not up, down. And then after a while, if you feel comfortable, it's not quite the flattering pose, but it releases the entire lower back. Both legs now gonna come up, right? Notice that the lower back rounds and comes up, right? We're trying not to do that. So here's my modification, well, what I've learned. Inhale, exhale, drop the heels down. Notice the lower back releases. Keep the lower back steady. Adjust your shoulders, adjust the back. Most people will get a stretch from trying to hold this. I usually say, bring the soles of the feet together, open the thighs, and just feel the stretch here. That means the pose is already in. Alright? And then from there, if you want to move on, and the pose is ready, you slowly begin to move, start with the right side. The right top of the thigh, back, down, then the sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Hold that, keep the lower back down. Same thing with the left. Hold it, and then square off your head, square off your shoulders, and then slowly begin to pull the thighs back down to the earth. Woo. Breathing into that. Yeah, it's one of the poses that make me shut up. Then from there, inhale, exhale, drop the soles of the heels down, soles of the feet together, drop the heels down back to the groin area. Release the feet down. Bring the legs back together. Relax your shoulders. Crossing right thigh over left thigh. Open hands out like cactus arms or T for Tom. Drop knees over to the right. Smile. Inhaling, exhaling, float the legs back up. Uncross, cross the opposite way. drop legs over to the opposite side. Then inhale, exhale, bring it back up. Uncross. Hands down beside you. There you go, guys. Couple hip stretches to really loosen the lower back and get you all steady and rested. And hip stretch and flexibility. Thank you. Remember to subscribe, remember to like DM Yoga Studios, Dutty Yogi, Periscope, and IG. And YouTube. Yeah. Remember to click the notification bell, guys. Alright? Please get that little thing around it so you always know when there's a video online. Okay? Go on YouTube, DM Yoga Studio, click the bell, and subscribe. Remember, also, if you want to go for classes or you want to class with me, a live online class, you can go on my Instagram page, Dutty Yogi, and hit there, subscribe, and go through, and we'll definitely contact you as soon as you contact us. All right? Bye. Hi guys, welcome. My name is Dutty. Can we go again? Hi guys, my name is Dutty Yogi. Welcome to